Hello. Okay, just testing out the live stream to make sure we're doing a little bit better this week. I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit. Sorry about my hand there. Okay, so today on this live stream, I would like to teach a somatic safety exercise. I'm going to practice looking right into the camera. Does this feel better having me stare straight into the camera? I don't know if that makes a difference. Okay, that was a sidetrack. I'm going to be teaching a somatic safety exercise that I recently learned from Peter Levine. He is the founder of a thing called somatic experiencing, which is a form of trauma, somatic healing and therapy, and within the realms of nervous system regulation and healing, and specifically resolving trauma in the body in a very physical way through releasing of survival stress, trauma through our nervous system. So that's kind of stored energy, emotion, and charge that gets locked up through our nervous system via a traumatic event that never really gets its chance to fully release, resolve, integrate, or I liken it to the experience of kind of shake out. Like, you know, if you have an event where you're quite frightened or scared, or you freeze up afterwards, once we calm down a bit and we realize we're safe and perhaps the event has settled, our body can naturally start to shake, and that's to kind of release a stored sense of stress. And this happens with animals in nature. They naturally shake off that stress. Excuse me. Also, you might notice with like dogs and cats and stuff, and ourselves, like humans, when we stretch out, we can kind of get that bit of a shake in our system as we stretch out. That's like a nervous system releasing pressure and stress through our bodies and relaxing. Anyway, so this is kind of where I learned this exercise. It is very simple, and I'll take you through it in a moment. Excuse me for a minute. I had a whole bunch of water and I feel like I'm burping a little bit. I'm not, but it feels that way. So I'll have a little bit more water before we go into it. For anyone who's new here, my name is Emma, and I have quite a few videos on my channel, where some of which I teach yoga classes for free. I've got some meditations, some yoga nidra guided relaxation meditations, and a whole playlist of lives where I'm teaching nervous system regulation tools and exercises that I've learned and that have helped me regulate my own nervous system and find more balance and ease within myself. And today is another video in that kind of theme and vibe. Okay, so we're going to start. So you can do this exercise seated, lying down, pretty much anywhere. That's one thing I really like about it. It's really simple. So what we're going to start with here is placing one hand over your forehead and one hand over kind of your heart, but it's a little bit higher, so not right in the center of your chest between breasts or chest, but a little bit, just a little bit higher. So this is where my collarbones are, this is where my hands are sitting, so you'll kind of see that. So the palm is kind of over the center here, a little bit higher than the center, just above. And you can either close your eyes or keep them open. It's up to you, whichever feels more relaxing to you. And just resting here, just gently placing your hands here and breathing. And we're going to stay here for a little bit, really until we notice our state and our body go through a bit of a shift, a bit more relaxation or down regulation. And it's something you'll naturally feel. It might be overt or subtle. So that could look like staying here for like 30 seconds to 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Just staying here for a little bit. And just breathing. I'm just going to swap my hand for a bit because I have been using my arms up in the air a lot today. So this right arm gets a bit sore holding it up. But keep your same arm if you can. So just resting here. Just going to go a little bit longer. Close your eyes if you like. I'm going to close my eyes for a moment and just breathing. Just noticing what's happening inside of your body. That gentle shift you'll feel will be really subtle. And that's just your nervous system adjusting, creating a sense of safety within that causes more of a regulated state to occur, more of a safety in your nervous system to occur. So I'm going to be here a little bit longer. So keeping your hands here. Just swapping for myself for my arms so they don't get sore. You can do the same if you want to as well. But okay, when you notice a shift in your system, or when you're feeling ready, and you might not notice that shift at all, you might just be going with the movement of what I'm directing here. Keeping your left hand where you're on your chest, so don't move your left hand, or don't move the hand that's resting on your chest, and we're just moving the hand that was sitting on our forehead over our belly area. So above, we'll sit up so you can see, above your belly button, the palm sitting above your belly button but underneath your rib cage, and just resting your hand here. Same thing, so we're just sitting here, resting here. Letting your hands rest and just breathing. You can close your eyes if you want to. And it's the same thing for this part of the exercise, in that we're just going to stay here with our hands resting here, just breathing, and let our body go into a deeper sense of relaxation. We'll find that deeper shift. It's that shift that you more subtly notice. For me, I notice that I feel a calm in my hips. It's a strange thing. It's like my energy, my body or my system settles and gets more grounded. I feel like I can feel my hips more, I can feel my legs more. It's almost like the blood starts, I can feel the circulation in my feet better. So this is, when we are in a more regulated state in our nervous system, some people refer to it as like a rest and digest state, where our resources aren't sent out to survival, and they kind of come back more to our digestive system and healing, repairing of our organs and any other parts of our body. So the blood can go back to more of those daily functions and supporting of your system instead of this kind of survival state. Just breathing here. I'm really noticing now my personal relaxation starting to settle a lot deeper. I can feel in my chest relaxation kind of tingles through my legs, my arms, and that's a sign of relaxation through your nervous system. A warmth kind of feels through my chest, and it's not just the warmth from my hand, it's a warmth of emotional safety. So it's a container of safety and presence we bring to ourselves, and that warmth kind of fills me up. So it's an emotional warmth, an emotional safety, my nervous system feeling safe. I'm getting tingles through my thighs. So relaxation at a deeper level. And just notice for yourself what might be happening. I'm just sharing that to give you an example of what you might notice at a physiological level, at a physical level. Just letting yourself breathe. We'll stay here a little bit longer. So really allow this process to settle you in that little bit deeper, creating that feeling of safety. And you're not doing it through anything mental. You just notice your body should, for the most part, hopefully start to deepen into safety. Now, if you've been in a very hyperactive state, you might need some other forms of activity or exercise or nervous system tool that helps you out of that. You might be a bit too hijacked or activated. Hijack seems like a dramatic word, but a bit too stimulated to get quite down to this deeper level of safety straight away. So you might need to release that stress in a more active way before you settle into this exercise. But I notice this one so far as I've been using it, really helps me for freeze states in my nervous system. If I'm a bit frozen, it kind of brings that warmth and defrosting energy to my body, which brings more mental alertness, more aliveness, more clarity into my system. And I've noticed it really helped with a flight state, calm everything down, bringing safety back into the present moment. And I've noticed sitting here, a lot of warmth coming into my stomach, a bit of emotional energy, which is good. That means I'm feeling more connected, present, safe, and stuff wanting to shift through my chest emotionally. Just feeling your own self and your body in a more present way. So I'll be here a little bit longer so I can feel more emotions through my chest. Just notice for yourself what might be going on for you. And wanting to deepen my breath through my mouth, and often the breathing in and out through your mouth is good for releasing emotional energy, so that's not surprising either. Or releasing emotional tension, pressure, stress, anger. Kind of, you often want to blow anger out, like we'll stay here that little bit longer. When I say a little bit longer, maybe like another minute or so. Not too much longer. So these deeper breaths are my system wanting to release any stored tension, I'm guessing, with my own assessment of myself, which may or may not be accurate, but I'm sensing this. It makes sense to me, at least. Releasing pressure through that blowing out of energy, that, you know, when things are a bit stressy, you're like, that was a lot. That kind of vibe. So I'm really feeling a shift here personally, and hopefully you're feeling a shift as well. So I tend to do these exercises until I feel my system come into a state of almost resolution or resolve, or like a completion of whatever heightened state is in my nervous system. Just checking to see the video and audio syncing up. Okay, hopefully this should be synced up again. So we're almost going to come out of it. I've just noticed when my phone heats up a bit, the live stream can be affected. So it's hard to know whether it's that or the internet. Alright, so whether my face is synced up or not, you can take your hands away. I'm going to see if I can just pull my phone down a bit, see if that changes anything. Lifting the screen. I don't know if we'll get a grip of that. Okay. we might bring this meditation almost to a close. We'll see if it syncs up before we finish up. All right, so hopefully you've taken your hands away and, oh look, I'm syncing up again. Hello, I'm back. That's good. So who knows what happens, whether it's the internet or my phone heating up, which I've noticed happen a bit more since 4G has kind of locked in. My phone seems to heat up a bit with the 4G instead of the 3G internet data, so we'll see. Okay, so you've taken your hands away, finished up with that exercise, and hopefully you got some benefit from that. I'm curious to see if you can relate to anything I described that was happening in my system, with my nervous system. For example, the breathing, sensation-wise, the tingles, the warmth, emotional energy that was coming up for me personally. If you had anything like that going on, if you can relate to that, feel free to leave some comments and let me know. And yeah, anything else you're curious about when it comes to nervous system stuff, any types of videos you'd be interested in me making, whether that's yoga or meditation wise, if you have something particular you'd like to work on that you'd like me to make, feel free to let me know. But otherwise, I hope you got some benefit from that. I apologize about whatever interruptions are happening with the live stream. I'd like to think it's the internet because it's a bit annoying if the phone is heating up. I have to get a new phone. Feels kind of out of my control. But yes, apologies about that, and I hope you enjoyed that exercise. Let me know if you got any benefit or how you felt with it. And again, I learned that exercise from Peter Levine. I don't know where he learned it from, but he kind of teaches it through his somatic experiencing tools, techniques, therapy practices. Okay, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.